Welcome back to Salty Sunshine. I'm your host, Lisa. I'm here to recap all the juicy items. I'm mainly going to talk today about season 9 of Love is Blind, episodes 1 through 9, and a little this and that. First off, RIP Diane Keeton. We lost a good one. She just passed away at 79 years old, and it's terrible. I watched her growing up. It makes me sad because then I look, I'm like, oh, is Goldie Hawn next? Because you know how they, um, Ozzy Osbourne, and they just kind of start dropping like flies, and it really starts to make you think about death and how you're gonna die. Not to get morbid, but that's where my brain goes. I'm like, okay, calculate, take away the one. I probably have 25 years, or I don't know. I start to think it's really sad. Diane Keaton, I grew up watching her. She has a lot of movies, but my top five that I'm obsessed with, one, Baby Boom. Bam, 1987. Baby Boom was the best movie ever made. You got to go back and watch it. 1987. I was 10 years old. I mean, such a good movie. It's so good. That put her on the map for me and maybe for everybody. Then The First Wives Club in 1996 with Goldie Hawn and oh my god, what's her name? The other great actress. Such a good movie. And they do a duo. They're the First Wives Club, so they all get wronged by their husbands, and they take revenge. The whole movie is about getting revenge in a smart way with all the ex-husbands, and they sing that song, "You Don't Own Me." I love that song. And don't tell me what to say, and don't tell me what to do. Such a good song, such a good memory, such a good movie. After that, Something's Gotta Give. Oh my god, such a good movie with Jack Nicholson. She is a writer, and late in life, she already has her kids, divorced, blah blah blah. She falls in love with Jack Nicholson. Best movie ever. And then The Family Stone with Sarah Jessica Parker. Such a good movie. She plays the mom. Heart wrenching, deep feeling movie. And my last out of the top five, Because I Said So with Mandy Moore. Such a classic. 2007. Best movie ever. They're all the best movie ever. I say that about all my favorite movies. And, if you haven't seen that and you like not teeny bopper, but like a classic, good Hilary Duff feeling, Mandy Moore feeling, just like one of those good movies, watch Because I Said So. I mean, amazing. So this episode's dedicated to Diane Keaton. It's really sad. I don't know how she died. I'm assuming, she was 79, so maybe a heart attack or something she was dealing with, but oh, so sad. Everyone's talking about Selena Gomez and how she got married and had a wedding and her kidney donor didn't show up. I forget the girl's name. People are so obsessed with these two. Her friend gave her kidney and something happened after that they never talked again, or they never hung out again, or they never were seen in public again, and nobody wants to talk about it. And when they asked the girl's like, no, nothing's wrong, it's fine. You could tell that there was something, but she's not going to say it. And the same with Selena. Guys, get over it. They don't like each other. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. They just don't like each other. The girl gave her a kidney. You can give a kidney to a stranger that you never even see. You don't have to stay friends with them. I mean, the fact that they were friends already makes it a little more complicated. And yes, she saved her life, but who knows? Maybe that girl that gave her the kidney insulted her. And you know how that goes with girls. If it doesn't have to be that serious, it could have been the smallest thing, and that smallest thing turns into stubbornness and it trickles down, and then you end up not talking and it's too awkward to go back. I don't know. Who cares? They don't talk, guys. She gave her the kidney. She's grateful for the kidney, but they're not friends. That's it. You know who else got screwed over a kidney? Remember George Lopez, the comedian that had the show? He was married to his wife of however many years, a long time. She gave him her kidney, and then he divorced her ass. I mean, that's messed up. That's even worse than the Selena thing. He was married to her. She gave him her kidney, and then he divorced her ass. Okay, so there's more stories than Selena out there to dig for the kidney situation. Dancing with the Stars. It's I just found out something. I was under the impression I haven't seen Dancing with the Stars in years. I used to watch it a long time ago, and I don't remember the rules. So I'm here thinking that the people that vote, the public, are solely responsible for who stays on the show. And I was corrected online, and I looked it up, and it's true that the judges' scores account for 50% of the vote, and then the public's votes count for the other 50, which makes me feel better because I'm like, you can't just rely on the, and I say five people jokingly, but I mean, I don't think that many people are watching it live because it's 2 hours. I think it's on a Tuesday. And a lot of people aren't home or they're working and they're not in the mood to watch and they watch it after. So, and on top of that, to vote, I don't think that many of the public is doing it. They keep on saying we get 40 million votes. I don't believe them. And you get 10 votes per couple per person. So I don't know. It's a whole thing. But I do feel better that it's 50% the judges' scores. So they have some sort of a say, and then 50% the public. They sent Hilaria home. Hilaria's going on a tour, a sympathy tour. She's very upset about it. There's something about Hilaria you can't put your finger on. She reminds me of those like family members. They're just not in the room with you. You say you ask her a question and she answers with something that has nothing to do with the question you asked. She's just, you want to like her because I don't have anything against her. I'm not one of those people that hates her, but there's something off about her, and she's too young to act so old. She's in her 40s, so I don't know, that between the accent and the obliviousness that she walks around with, it's hard to really like her, although it doesn't make me hate her. I just feel like she's a little annoying and I can see why she rubs people the wrong way. But she shouldn't have been voted off, A, um, compared to the other dancers that are still there. And B, she's going on a little tour saying that we have a huge online bullying issue. I'm like, this is not the time to talk about that shit. You just got voted off a dance show. Just talk about the dances and your experience. And this is the problem. There's no self awareness. This is not the time to talk about bullying. They bullied you before the show. They're gonna bully you after the show. The trolls online are always gonna be trolls online, and you're not gonna change it. So why don't we just stick to the topic? That's how I see it. That's why I find her a little annoying. So she was voted off, and they did Disney night this past week, which I found boring as hell, only because Disney songs are not exciting to dance to. Sorry. And there weren't even popular songs. I didn't know half the songs. The best one was Alex Earl. She has the best. She got the Maleficent. You can't go wrong. The vibe, the dance, the choreography, the song, the darkness, the spookiness. It was perfection. It was so good. Best dance of the night. Um, like the Child's Girl. That song was terrible. It ruined you can't make it a great, that song you can't make a great dance to. So it wasn't her fault. And then Whitney, again, what the hell was that song? I don't know. Technically she did fine, but it wasn't like wow. So yeah, Disney night kind of sucked for me. And that's it for Dancing with the Stars. I started to watch that show Monster on Netflix. My daughter's like, "Oh my god, you got to watch it. It's so sick." I'm a few episodes in. I don't know if I'm going to finish it. I don't like shows like this. I'm not going to lie. It's too dark for me and it's too Hollywood. They make it too Hollywood. They do this with all the things. The Menendez brothers. Netflix sucks at documentaries. Fight me on this. Netflix sucks on documentaries because they make it unbelievable and they dramatize it. And you guess who can notice? Me. I notice when you do that and it ruins the show for me. Thank you. I like a real story. That's why we like true crime, because it's someone's story and you want to know the actual story. You don't want it to be stupid and unbelievable. So that's what Netflix does. And I think Netflix should stop, or they should change their team that does it. I watched a few episodes. Yes, the guy's sick. Do we think the mother really acted like that? No. No. We all know. That's back in the 60s. They dramatized it to make it look so over the top. I don't know. I just don't believe half the shit they're showing. And I even looked it up. And that guy's voice is so stupid. He's talking like a little 5-year-old pansy. And they said that the guy was soft spoken in real life, but nothing like that. They're doing it on purpose to give you that chilling factor. And I'm like, I don't need it. I just want the real story. I don't know. It bothers me. It's one of my pet peeves. If you're going to retell a story, freaking retell the story. Don't show me shit that didn't actually happen and it's not accurate. So anyways, I don't think I'll finish it. It's like too much for me in the weirdest way possible. And it's not about the gory stuff, it's just I don't believe half of it. I'm not going to lie. Um so that's that. Drake's lawsuit against UMG and the whole Kendrick Lamar diss track was dropped. Jesus, you guys. I've been on Team Kendrick since day one. As far as the diss tracks are involved, I don't really care about the stupid fight. But when you listen to the lyrics and the fact that it won 5 Grammys, not like us, Slade, he won hands down. I've had this argument with so many people because everybody loves Drake and he's more mainstream and he has more popular songs, and I get it. But Drake in itself, his personality is not great. He doesn't write his own lyrics. Kendrick at the core is more talented and he knows what the hell he's doing. And that song is like amazing among a lot of other amazing songs he's written. But that diss track, he won. I don't care how many popular songs Drake has that someone else wrote. Kendrick Lamar won. So his lawsuit was dropped. The judge said you can't sue someone for defamation in a song because the song is not portrayed as facts. It's a song. So if anybody wants to put someone else down out there, just write a song and they can't tell you nothing. They can't sue you, nothing. Just put it in a song and release it. So that's a hack. Life hack. Okay, let's get into Love is Blind season 9. This is in Denver. I have to say, it's the weirdest Love is Blind as far as, not weirdest, but I would say the most vulgar. These people have no respect for their family members and the public. And I say that because it was so vulgar the way they're like, oh yeah, then we'll fuck. And then it's like, I'm sorry, you're on TV. And even if you're not on TV, you're talking to a stranger. You should have more respect, kind of more decorum in the way you speak. I don't care that they talk about sex, but in a decent way, in a way that you talk to someone that you don't know because you don't know each other. So why are you talking like that? I think that's a part of the young generation that I'm not on board with, and I find it icky. Let's be a little classier about it. You don't have to be, like a little kid, but don't use the word fuck. It's so vulgar. And they're saying this on TV. At one point, this girl's like, oh, because I have a landing strip. And if you want, I'll shave it. And it's like, what are we talking about right now? This is so nasty. I think it was Kate or Casey or something that said that with Patrick. Yeah, it's just too much. It's just too much. So then Sparkle Megan and Jordan end up together. I have to say, do you guys remember what was her name from the other? Oh my god, what was her name? She went on to go to the Perfect Match show. The girl that had a daughter and she wouldn't the girl with Jimmy, Jessica. On the other season, Jessica wouldn't tell anyone she had a kid, and she was so, oh my gosh, she made this whole thing about having a kid. It's like, stop it. You guys are in your 30s. You should have kids. Like, stop it. It's nothing to be ashamed about. That's the first thing you should talk about. Anyways, that's such a difference between a man and a woman. Jordan, right away, I have a kid. He has this. He has diabetes. Blah blah blah. Up front, this is who I am. Men are not like us, and we need to learn to be more like that. This is who we are. This is what we got going on. Period. It's not going to change because I don't say it for 3 weeks. And it's stop it with the, oh my God, I have a kid. Stop it. If you have 3 kids, say you have 3 kids from 3 different baby daddies. That's what's happening. That's who you are. Own it. Stop it. So he right away, I have a kid, which I like, and that's how it should be. And so they get together, and on the episodes following, they go to the honeymoon, they get back, they're living together. Sparkle Megan leads with money. I don't want to call her Sparkle Megan. I'm going to call her Megan. She leads with her money. And another pet peeve of mine, guys are intimidated by me. And that's why I'm saying, no, no. Stop talking about your money and acting like a man, and you'll have no problem. So, yeah. So they meet her parents. They go to lunch at her parents or whatever, go have coffee. And her mom and her sister show up because her dad had passed away from the same diabetes that Jordan's son has. And it's really weird because they're so hyper focused on the son and the fact that he has diabetes and that the dad died of diabetes. And it's a little weird. I don't know how Jordan feels about it. I'd be curious. But the sister's like, I had a dream that you met a guy that his son had diabetes. It's like, what are you? No, you didn't. I guarantee you, you didn't have that dream, that you had some sort of other dream and you're making that part up and adding on to it, and it was super freaking weird. You're putting so much pressure on this boy to bring to unite you guys because of your dead father, and I personally think it's icky. And then they go to see a house because he lives in a small apartment studio and then she lives in LA and she wants to sell her house in LA and buy a place in Denver, and they go to see this $2 million house with like 6 bedrooms, which no one needs. And he's like, listen, this is not my budget. Like, I'm not going to let you just buy a house and live in your house, which I appreciate. And I think she's being annoying as hell. Buy a modest house. You don't need more than 3 bedrooms. Like, get over yourself. And I like that he's kind of, pumping the brakes and saying, hold on a second. We're two people. We have two different um incomes and everything, so we should do something that works for both of us. I'm not going to just sit here, and let you take over. Then we move on to the fact that he makes the most vile smoothie known to man on TV for all of us to see, which would be a deal breaker for me. One, because his chicken smoothie mixed with Crystal Light is the most vile thing I've ever seen. It's ridiculous because you could just eat the piece of chicken. It's so much work to boil chicken, let it cool, put it in a blender with Crystal Light, which is absolutely disgusting, and water, then drink that vile shit that smells disgusting. All of that when you could just eat the piece of chicken and put your Crystal Light in a glass of water. So he makes her take a taste. She's gagging. She's like, disgusting. No. If I had to wake up every morning to that, I don't know if I could do it. Sorry, Jordan. I think you're nice and everything. I like his sense of humor though. When they met everybody else for the first time, she's like, you're annoying me. And he's like, he was recounting what happened to the guys. He's like, she just straight up told me I was annoying her. She could have said it differently. So funny. It's really interesting when people drink how everything changes. It's so interesting. People really need to mind the way they drink. Like, have a drink and have a glass of water. This is not a contest. You shouldn't be drinking so much. You're gonna start annoying the shit out of each other, and it's like stupid. You're gonna fight for no reason. The dynamics all gonna change. Okay, let's move on to Ali and Anton. Ali's a nurse. She's surprising me because she seems so not ditzy, but so girly and light, and she kind of comes off like, you know, not a bimbo, but she just comes off more um what do you call that? Naive, or maybe ditzy. She comes off more ditzy, but now with the episodes progressing, she looks more like, now I take her more seriously. Like, she isn't ditzy and she's super smart and she is laying down the law. Like, he's not gonna walk all over her, which it looked like he would by the way she was acting at the beginning. But this is how you do it. You make the guy think you're this feminine flower, and then you slowly roll out the lay down the law carpet. And that's the way you do it. That's a really good way for women to act with men, because you bring them in with your femininity and softness, but you're also not going to be messed with. But you show it in a way that he doesn't even notice your lay down the law characters coming out slowly but surely. I love when they were kissing and she's like, can you close your eyes when you're kissing me? It's so true though. Why are your eyes open? It's so weird. She's not even looking at you. She keeps telling him, can you please close your eyes? I'm like shocked that she's into him the way she is. When she first saw him, because I don't think he's attractive. And I thought she was gonna be like, oh, he's not, because she was really into him when she saw him. And I couldn't tell if it was for real. Now I can see that it is, although she doesn't like, he drinks first thing in the morning. They both work overnight and he wants to have champagne every morning, which is a huge red flag. Then she finds out when she goes to lunch with his friends and his friend's girlfriend that he loves the strip clubs and he's a party guy. I don't know if they're going to work out. unless he is ready to stop all the nonsense and come clean. He doesn't seem like he's very forthcoming with his lifestyle. Joe and Madison, oh my God, just call it a day. Just call it a day. These people are not a match whatsoever. Joe is super cute, and I thought it was interesting when they met everybody else. He got sloshed. He got sloshed on the first night, and it turns into this whole all night fighting match. Madison is literally the most annoying person alive. I'm sorry. I'm not, if you don't want to call me a girl's girl, I don't care. I call people for what I see, whether you're a girl or a guy. She's annoying AF. She is one of these girls, and there's always that one girl. We have one every season on Love is Blind. She's the white girl with the long hair that's a little chunky. She's not quote unquote skinny. Then they show up to the reunion on Ozempic, starving themselves with 5 million plastic surgeries, and they're still annoying. So it's like your personality is a problem, not your weight. And there's one in every season. We know that. I would look back and find their names, but I'm not going to do that right now. But we know who we're talking about. Every season, there's some white girl that's a little chunkier than they like, with the most annoying personality, emotionally immature, nag all day long. Then they wonder why the guy doesn't like them. And then they show up skinny, but they're still annoying and still nagging. Anyways, Joe gets sloshed. And he does mention when he first meets her that he's used to dating a skinnier girl, or he likes a skinnier girl. He shouldn't have said that. Um, Not that he has a right to like skinnier girls, but you just met her and like you can't do anything about that right now. So maybe just, and she's, she's going to see that. So maybe no. He's obviously young. They're both young, and guys are dumber than girls. So he gets sloshed. And I thought it was interesting because he's inebriated. He leaves the party early. He goes back to the hotel so he can sleep. So he can sleep it off. She wakes him up abruptly. A man that is completely inebriated and starts hammering down on questions and bullshit. He's confused. The guy's like half asleep. He's drunk. He's looking at you like, what are you wearing? Where'd you come from? And she starts to break down and cry and yell at him because he doesn't know exactly what's happening when he's in the middle of waking up from inebriation. You don't do that with a drunk person. You let them sleep it off and you talk to them the next day. Why are you fighting with someone that's inebriated? Are you stupid? Like, stop it. And okay, maybe you didn't think, and but once you see it escalating, like, let it go. She would not stop. She's crying on the balcony, and then he's trying to talk to her from the bed, and she's like, I can't hear you with the waves. And he's like, well, he's like, I'm not getting out of bed. And then she gets in the bed and he gets up because he's hungry and he maybe he's nauseous. I mean, the guy is drunk. She's the most annoying person. I don't like her personality whatsoever. Whatsoever. I don't care. He was wrong for getting drunk, but her whole personality rubs me the wrong way. I would be so annoyed. Um, he's always apologizing, which he should for some of the things, but she hasn't apologized once for being annoying. Like, maybe you should apologize too, because she lets him take all the blame, which he's probably 80% to blame, but you also push things too far, and she doesn't apologize for it. Also, yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna last. She's emotionally immature. She doesn't know how to communicate, and she's a little controlling. I don't know. I don't know if his family liked her too. I feel like they said, "Oh, we like her," but I could tell they could tell that she was abrasive. So we'll see. But I feel like it's like the same personality. One person has that personality every season. But he did something else I want. Oh, and he doesn't like Nick. I don't get it. They say everyone doesn't like Nick, and I don't know why. He seems perfectly nice to me, but they're all calling him fake. And Joe really doesn't like him. He's like, I don't really care if he's there, but I don't really love him. He's not my kind of person. Um. Anyways, Edmund and Calibrian. Everybody's talking about how there's a therapist on TikTok, and she's like, they Love is Blind. He should sue them. They shouldn't have let him on the show. He's not in any condition. First of all, he's a grown ass man. Second of all, has he been diagnosed with anything that we know of? No. He is just a troubled individual. Who knows what he has, but he's a grown man that decided to go on the show. So now that's kind of discrimination. Let's say he is a little troubled or whatever. He doesn't have the right to go on the show and find love. Like, why shouldn't he be on the show? I don't understand these people coddling all these people. It's like, so what? He's a little different. So what? He's gonna get bullied like everyone else from the online trolls. It's whatever. So Edmund comes off super weird. His the way he speaks is a little funny, the tone, and then he cries a lot. He's very emotionally irregulated, and in that confessional when after he meets her, he's like, "I'm gonna cry with a boner." Like he comes off super creepy and predatory, and he kind of made me a little nervous for her. Like he just seemed off. But as the shows go on, you could tell he wouldn't hurt a fly, and he's not as creepy as he comes off. Like you could tell he's a kind soul, and he's like a regular guy inside under all the emotional torture. But Calibrian, I think, also is a little too rude and babying to him. Like he's obviously a soft soul, and she tells him over breakfast or whatever at a table when they're on the honeymoon. Like, if a guy comes up to me and touches me, what are you going to do? And he's like, I'm going to call for help. I'm going to find the security. And she's like, you're not going to beat his ass. You're not going to defend me. You're not going to. And he's like, no, I don't want any trouble. I would never lay my hands on someone. Like, you could tell he's not looking for trouble. He's just a laid back guy that has emotional things like we all do, but his are different because he grew up in foster care and whatever else is happening with him. But why is she pushing him to be a jackass and be the manly man to fight and especially being a black guy, why is he going to put himself in that position, and why are you pushing that on him? Like, I don't know, I don't like that about her. I feel like she needs to relax and let him be himself. He's obviously a soft-spoken gentleman as far as the way he treats her. He doesn't tell her to be quiet, he doesn't tell her you're annoying me, which she is. He's just like lets her boss him around, and that's annoying to watch. So maybe just let him be the gentle soul he is, and make him grow up through communication and not through anytime she's upset with him, she cuts him off, and she doesn't let him speak. And, stop doing that, don't say that, stop doing that. It's like, well, you're not even letting him talk. Oh, I wish he would dump her. I don't know. And then maybe she'd wake up and then they could start again, because this dynamic is not working. It's not working because she cannot control him and tell him she doesn't respect him when she talks to him. Just like Madison doesn't respect Joe. They cut them off and they don't let them speak. It's like, let the guy speak. Oh, but then they meet his mom. I guess I don't know what age she got him, because he grew up a lot in foster care, and then now he has the mom that I guess took over at some point. The mom was a red flag. I felt like she was way too hot and heavy first meeting Calibrian. And she's like, I don't need people telling my business. And her daughter-in-laws don't like her. And so she seems like a lot. She seems like a lot. And you can tell she puts a lot on Edmund as his mom. So that's troubling. I don't know. Have they had sex yet? She wanted to wait. I didn't like the reason she gave him too. That was so, I don't know. It seemed a little demeaning, condescending. Edmund wants to have sex, and like everyone else has had sex. He's like, so what's the problem? And then she explains to him, Calibrian explains to him that, oh, she's had one night stands plenty and she'll fuck around, but not with him because she's taking him more seriously. But and he made a good point. So you'll have a one night stand with someone you don't give a shit about, but you won't touch me, that we're serious. Like, that doesn't make sense. I don't think that makes sense either. I mean, maybe wait a few weeks so you're more comfortable with each other, but to say you have to wait till the day of marriage, I think that's unfair. And that's another thing I would say, sorry, not sorry. She's not doing it for religious reasons, which is bullshit too, but because it's just something she decided, that makes no sense. Because it's not like she's a virgin, and it's not like she hasn't had one night stands. I don't know. I think the pendulum is way too on one direction with that relationship. But I really like him. Um, like, I want to protect him. I feel, because he's such a softy. Nick and Annie. When Allie met Nick and at the pool bar for the first time, she's like, Nick has lizard eyes. I was like, that's so mean. Allie has a side to her. Allie's very soft spoken, but she has a little whippy side. And Annie and Nick, I think, make a good couple. But Annie she holds too much in. She doesn't relate how she feels, which can lead to big blow ups later on. And Annie has the I don't wash my face and hair look, which for me personally is a pet peeve. It drives me crazy when women wear the fake lashes, have the fake hair, and look like day after makeup all the time. She looks very dirty to me. And not dirty, like, oh my God, you're so gross. Just like that look, the fake lashes, the hair looks fake, the makeup looks days old. She doesn't look fresh. She doesn't look clean. Um, as far as like her neck up. And that's just preferably not my look. I don't like that look. And I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Just like that look. Like you don't wash your face, you don't brush your hair. Like take off the wig or get a better one. I don't know. I don't like the look. And then she makes all these faces, and people online, it's gonna make her feel really bad. But she makes faces that if you screenshot it, it's gonna make you look really funny. And people are doing that. Stop doing that. It's not cool. But I don't know. I give them a 50-50. I'm not totally no. Like Joe Madison is a no for me. Nick and Annie, I think they can make it if she opens up more and he's more real with her. Because apparently he doesn't show his feelings either, according to his parents. His mom is so cute, and yeah, his parents are really cute, and his little brother. But they say that he also has a hard time opening up. So if they both have a hard time opening up, that's a big problem. The I love yous on this show are so insane. How many times if you have a drink every time they say I love you, you're going to be sloshed, just like Joe was the night of meeting everyone. They are so overboard with the I love yous. It's like, stop it right now. You don't know these people. I've never fallen in love with someone and dated someone and said it that much in my life. What is happening? Stop saying it. It's so weird. Anyways, when Mike meets Sparkle Megan at the rodeo party, wow, did she dodge a bullet? He is so cocky. Mike is bad news. Bad news. He's so cocky. He's very passive aggressive with the, oh, I don't want to say something, but putting the thoughts in your head. He's like, I was going to DM you. It's like, she's with someone else. What do you mean you were going to DM me? Like he kept talking to her like I was going to shoot my shot and I thought about it, but shoot your shot with someone that's with someone else? What are you talking about? I don't like him. He's super cocky. Then Kate comes in and she meets Nick and she's ripping him a new asshole for telling her he loves her and then choosing Annie. And he's apologizing. I mean, what else do you want him to do? This is a dating show, people. You have to stop acting like you're so surprised that people are dating different people and saying things and confused and you can't see each other. You don't know who to pick. Like, stop it. And then she goes and tells everyone else he's fake and no one likes him. So she seems like a mean girl. Don't like her either. Anna. Okay, so Anna and Patrick. Patrick meets Anna at the rodeo. Anna left the show soon after the pod, right between the pods. And she's ripping Patrick a new asshole, saying that if you really were in love with me, you shouldn't have asked someone else to marry you. It's like, why didn't he turn around and say, well, you shouldn't have left? If you leave, all bets are off. Now I'm single and I have to rebuild. Like, where does she get off telling him he's going to try his best for the next best option? Hello? That's what you're there for. He wants to find somebody. And she's like, acting like she's so disappointed in him. Like maybe he should have acted disappointed in her for being a quitter. Oh my God. Again, I have a long list of people I don't like in this season. Maybe, I don't know what it is. It's like too many egos and not enough common sense. Um, and then poor Patrick, he's super delusional. So the whole thing with Casey and Patrick, they meet. He proposes to her, and when they meet, Casey is instantly turned off, but you wouldn't know it by the way she's all over him and making out with him, which makes me think she's a psychopath. Why? The way that, then fast forward, she's sitting in the cafeteria, wherever, he comes and meets her. She's going to leave the show because she's completely turned off by him and she cannot go forward. She cannot give it a day. She cannot even think about it. She is so turned off by him. It's a no. She's all over him, making out with him, jumping on him, hugging him. How are you so turned off and doing that with him? Make it make sense. And he's like, well, she didn't say she didn't want to meet after. She just doesn't want to do the show part. Like, he's super delusional and not seeing what's happening. And she's super weird. Who makes out with someone over and over and hugging them, saying how much I love you if you're turned off by them? I don't understand. And she's like, they're making it look like it's how you look. Well, of course it's how you look. Like, don't even say that. Just say you change your mind because you met him and all bets were off. So it's obviously how he looks. Um, so weird. And even when he goes to the rodeo, he's telling everyone, well, I tried to text her, I wanted to meet up with her, and she's like giving him the runaround and she doesn't want to meet up with him. And he's still delusional, thinking that, well, she's still attracted to me because she's not saying she's not. It's like, what is happening? Anyways, I hope she goes to the reunion because I saw her on the Vial Files podcast, and Patrick and Casey went on, and Casey's like, yeah, I was gaslighting him, but why were you kissing him so much? I wouldn't be doing that with someone that turns me off. Sorry. That makes no sense. It's almost like weird. Weird. Patrick dodged a bullet, and Patrick needs to wake up and stop being delusional. Anna too, write her off, like, go get another girl. That's my take. All right, that's all I have for Love is Blind. I can't wait for the next batch of episodes. It's going to get good. Right now, my bet is on Nick and Annie. Megan and Jordan, I think, have a little bit of a chance too, if they can tweak some things. And then Allie and Anton. My top three are Megan, Jordan, Allie, Anton, and Nick and Annie. The other, Edmund and Calibrian, I don't think they're a match. So I think those are the only people that have a chance to me, but we'll see. It's getting good. I love this show. It's such a good show. It's such a good experiment. I just love to dissect people's behaviors, and they're so brave for doing it too, because it could never be me. It's a lot to put yourself out there emotionally, and know that everyone's going to watch it back and dissect every single thing you said and your families. And I wonder why Allie and Anton didn't meet any family members. What's that about? They probably want nothing to do with this because they're probably, well, she's Brazilian. Maybe they're in Brazil. And I forgot where he's from, but their families are probably super, serious, and they're not going to have anything to do with that. But maybe they'll come out soon. It's exciting. Okay, so anyways, till next time, maybe my bets will change on who's going to last. Bye.